So I want to go through a few mindsets that might help you in this new era. First thing I want you to write down is this. What's your recruiting identity in your business? What's your recruiting identity in your business? And what I mean by that is, what's your beliefs around recruiting? See, Eric Olson talked about his beliefs around recruiting is that he believes this is the number one opportunity in the world for people. And you want to know what? Coming out of that meeting that I was in with him, I believe that too. I believe it too. What's your belief? Is your belief, oh, everybody I recruit quits, and oh, it's so hard, and I don't know anybody, and oh my God, where do I meet people? Are you kidding me? That's your mindset? Right now, in the new era, everybody needs World Financial Group. Everybody needs the products and services that Dave and Amber talk about. Everybody needs an opportunity to be in a good environment and not necessarily just come in here and make a bunch of money, but to grow as a person and heal for a bit and meet some great friends and build some relationships while maybe our family is struggling at home. There's a lot of reasons why people need this, not just about the money. But what's your recruiting identity? What's your belief? Your personal recruiting numbers are directly tied to your recruiting identity. Directly tied. Your belief in this business is directly tied to your personal recruiting numbers. And you can say you believe in it, and you can say you love it, but if your team's not growing, you don't feel it. You don't feel it. You're not spending enough time on other people. You're spending too much time on yourself. It's all about you and how you're feeling. What about other people? What about the community? What about families out there? The second thought, write this down. Do I enjoy receiving more or giving more? I'm not going to ask your girlfriend this, Trey, what your answer is. I hope you're a giver. Baby 3's on the way, yeah. Yeah. Listen to me when I say this. Those that enjoy receiving more are capped in their income and their growth because their mindset. People that love receiving money and receiving things, they're completely capped in their income, their growth, their mindset. They're not going anywhere. They're flat. People that prefer to give in their relationships, people that love relationships, people that love people that love to give freely and openly and endlessly. Guess what happens to them? Boom, on the rise. Trapp was telling us a story today in his call. He's just been providing so much value to people, putting this ridiculously good content out on social media that I hope all of you are paying attention to, because he's the best at it in the entire hierarchy, by the way. So I hope you're following him on YouTube. He's talking about how he's just providing so much value for people. They're reaching out like 5-minute voice memos on Instagram. Or is it just all about how much money we're making? How much money someone's going to make me? How much money? What are you doing for me this month, Don? My team sucks. My team's not doing it. What team? I have no team. What team? I have no team. What team? I have no team. Well, that's a really good mindset. I'm sure your team just loves to feel that from you. I'm sure they take a bullet for you. Or are you all about giving and giving and giving and giving? If somebody were to define you, they define you as a giver or a taker? Third thing, do we have expectations of others or do we have expectations of ourselves? Do we have expectations of others or do we have expectations of ourselves? What is our expectations of ourselves? What's our personal accountability in all this? What's our responsibility in our relationships, in our health, in our business? It's on us. It's on us. It's not anybody else's responsibility to get this thing going. It's on you. It's not your teammates' fault that they're not doing anything and you're not winning. It's my fault. 4, do we have fear of loss or faith of growth? Do we have fear of loss or faith of growth? Are we so scared to lose our one teammate? Are we so scared to lose? And we have no faith in growth. This world is full of fear, and more than ever, we're attached to fear. We're so scared to lose. We've been burnt in a relationship, so we're scared to love again. We've been burnt in business by 3 directs, so we're afraid to recruit again. My God, that's fear of loss. Oh, I'm just going to recruit a bunch of people that are going to quit again. That's fear of loss. That's the old story. It doesn't serve us. Next one. I love this one from Raja. Do we exist because of our success Or does success exist because of us? Do we exist because our success? Or does success exist because of us? Does Colton exist because he's at 150,000 a year? Or does 150,000 a year exist because of him? This thought leads to this is a very powerful thought. This is a very powerful thought. I don't exist because of WFG. WFG exists because of our team. You guys feel the power? You're in control. Everything exists because of you. You don't exist because of it. Think about that. Sixth, have I peaked in the past or is my best yet to come? Have I peaked in the past or is my best yet to come? 95% of the players in WFG that have been around a long time, they've already peaked. They peaked. And some of them, when they peaked, they had big teams, and they're reaping the rewards of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want to have peaked back in the day. I don't want to be known as someone who peaked in 2015, 2014. I don't want that. And my last thought is this. Are we attached to our income and circumstances, or are we detached? Are we attached to our income and circumstances, or are we detached? Are we attached or detached? The biggest weakness of the human is that we're attached. We're attached to our current circumstances, and we're attached to our current income. It's why most people struggle with breakthroughs. They're so attached to their current situation. They're attached to their current state. They're, people, they can say it as much as they want. Man, I want to make 200 grand. I want to make 300 grand. But they keep making 120, 130, 150. Why? Because they're attached to that income. They're so afraid to lose it that all they focus is on just making enough to make it. So the biggest weakness is attachment. The biggest strength is detachment. People that are detached from their income, that are detached from their current circumstances, are always the ones that are flying. You can't go from 50 grand a year to 500 grand a year if you're attached to your situation in life. You have to be completely detached if you want to go to the next level. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yes or yes? Yes.